So you've explored this for 15 years, you've talked to different shamans, and tell us maybe one or two or three of your encounters that really have you reevaluate your own value system internally. If you
Wow.
want to go there. Share with us your experience and the lesson you took from it.
Yeah. So there's so many to pick from it. There are two in particular that I'd love to share. One of which really relates to even the name of your podcast, Noble Warrior, that I'd love to address. The first one is a moment that I had with a shaman who I'd grown to trust. It had many deep experiences with using psilocybin mushrooms, among many other things, but including ayahuasca, which, if you're not familiar, is a tea made from the vine of two vines that grow prodigiously in the rainforest. And that over time, the brewing of these two vines emit a substance that DMT and other things that have psychoactive effects. And during one of these experiences, I remember being aware of my attachment to my life, my ego, my consciousness, and my fear of letting go of that. And the shaman was encouraging me to let go, and I was quite afraid to let go. And why are you afraid? And I remember saying, because I'm afraid I'll disappear. Literally, my ego was holding on against the risk of obliteration, which in many ways on the spiritual path is, yes, obliterate the ego and let that happen. But in the moment, I was terrified because literally in my altered state, I actually thought that I might disappear, like literally disappear. And there was nothing the shaman could do other than hold me and encourage me. And I remember having this moment where I was deep in this space and conscious of my body curled up in a ball and having a dialogue with creation itself, saying, if I let go, my body might soil itself. I might throw up. I might poop myself and but on a higher level, if I let go, I might disappear. And I just was rocking back and forth and rocking back and forth. And I'm having this dialogue and I'm sweating and I'm shivering and I have to evacuate my bowels at the same time. I have to purge my gut. And I was just rocking back and forth. I'm rocking back and forth. And I hear the sweetest voice. I can't even approximate it. It was so sweet and heavenly and sublime. I heard the words, trust mother. And my whole body relaxed. I heard this voice and it was medicine to me. It was otherworldly. And that moment was not just trust mother in this moment. It was not just release to whatever your body might do. It was such a overarching admonishment to trust mother. Now, what I interpreted that instantaneously as a knowing in my body was to trust creation, trust the universe, trust Mother Nature, trust Mother, the energy that holds me to deliver me to my highest expression, not try so hard, not try to force things, which is often the masculine. I'm clear on my objective. I'm going to make this happen.
Strong will right here.
Strong will, which is beautiful. And is it serving us, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So that, for me, I don't know if I've conveyed the profound nature of that experience, but it really, those words come back to me often when I become aware that I'm trying to push something. When I'm forcing an agenda or trying to make something happen.
Yeah.
These
type of spiritual awakening moments is the alpha and the omega in that moment. So when we describe it, words do not do it justice and the profound nature of this particular message. But I hope the viewers get an idea of what it could be, what it did for Goerge. And it continued to be an anchor, a mantra for you to navigate your internal states as you're facing new challenges in life. Yes?
Oh my gosh, always. Absolutely. And because again, when I'm trying to force something, when something's, there's definitely hard work involved in success. There's definitely times when things are going to be hard. And at the same time, there are occasions when it just doesn't always need to be that hard. And distinguishing between the two is important, is a skill, is a life skill. At the same time, surrendering to it when you notice that it doesn't have to be that hard is important. And that those words, trust mother, for me, remind me to do that. And what I have found is if I default to trusting mother and surrendering to it, if it's a moment where I'm supposed to be working a little harder, that will always present itself. So the default of trusting and surrendering actually is almost always the best way to go, because if it turns out not to be, there's almost always time to recover.